Please rise and turn your attention to the Webster Bank stage for the presentation of colors by the Greenwich Police Department Honor Guard and the singing of the national anthem performed by U.S. Army Sergeant Major Mary K. Messenger of the West Point Band.
Please join in singing. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome to the Webster Bank stage American Red Cross Metro New York North Red and White Ball Chairs, Connie Ann Harris and Lauren Walsh.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to Sergeant Major Messenger. Oh, wait. Huh? No, I'm good. Okay. Thank you to Sergeant Major Messenger for that inspiring rendition of our national anthem. And thank you also to the Greenwich Police Honor Guard for being here tonight and for all that you do to protect our community. I am Connie Ann Harris, and I'm very proud to be the co-chair tonight for the Red and White Ball, along with my dear friend, Lauren Walsh.
Love you.
Love you back. Thank you for joining us all tonight to celebrate and support the American Red Cross. American Red Cross volunteers provide life-changing and life-saving assistance to nearly 20,000 people each and every day. They don't know where or when they will be needed. They don't know if they'll be called to a house destroyed by fire, a town devastated by a flood, or the remains of a tornado. But they show up each and every time, driven with the American Red Cross motto, "You can save a life." Tonight, we're going to recognize some extraordinary individuals and organizations who have embraced that very same motto. And we're going to ask you to join them in helping the Red Cross do just that, save a life.
Hi, everyone. I'm thrilled to be back as your co-chair this year. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Like the rain ain't gonna get us down, kids. Okay. I want to thank the following people who bring our mission life through their leadership and dedication. We'll hold our applause to the end. Our board chair, Lisa Cooper. Yeah, it's hard not to clap. Okay. Our CEO and maybe one of my favorite people in the world, Stephanie Don Ashley. Woo! Yeah, that's that. Our events team, Libby Richardson and Sophie Newman. Our ball committee, and our tireless volunteers. So let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you. We also want to express our gratitude to our community partners and elected officials from New York and Connecticut, and the executives from the Red Cross who have joined us tonight. And finally, thank you to our sponsors, Crabtree Motor Group, Brescom Barton, Chrissy Van Oyst, my co-chair last year, who really held it all together for us, so thank you, Chrissy. Rivera Toyota, okay, we're loving them. Shreve Crump and Lowe, Brad, I don't know where you are. He has a new daughter, Blair Elizabeth, and he's just the best. Blair Elizabeth. Dr. Kim Nichols and Chris Cabanillas. Dr. Kim Nichols gave the best party I've ever been to, ever. So thank you, Kim, wherever you are. And Webster Bank. Webster Bank, once again, sponsoring the stage. So now I am pleased to introduce Dr. Michael Jordan, Vice President for Service to the Armed Forces and International Services with the American Red Cross. He is a decorated veteran and Gold Star father, and in recognition of his service, he received the Exceptional Service Award at this event in 2021. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Michael Jordan. All right, there you go.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
So 48 hours ago, I was standing on the Polish side of the Ukrainian border, observing the work that our Red Cross mobile deployed staff and Service to the Armed Forces do every day out there. But I couldn't miss this event, and just got in. I had a chance to run into one of your Service to the Armed Forces deployers here. Lolita, where are you at? Can you wave your hand or stand up? But I am so proud, and you should be proud of the work that they're doing. So good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be with you tonight to celebrate the Red Cross mission and honor those who make a difference in our country. I'm very honored to have the opportunity to tell you about my friend, General Eric Smith. General Smith is from Plano, Texas, and entered the Marine Corps in 1987 through the NROTC program at Texas A&M University. During his career, he has served at command level during Operation Assured Response in Monrovia, Liberia, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Operation Enduring Freedom. Eric is a leader of great humility. He is a Purple Heart recipient. During the first Battle of Fallujah, Iraq in 2004, as a much younger Marine officer, Eric and a small team of 17 Marines set up a blocking position to block the enemy's approach to Baghdad. 10 Marines, including Eric, were shot and wounded. One Marine was killed in action, but they accomplished their mission. He recovered from his wounds and returned to Ramadi, Iraq the following year in 2005. The city of Ramadi drew the insurgency from Fallujah and was cited as the most dangerous city in Iraq. This is where I personally saw Eric Smith, Battalion Commander, 1st Battalion, 5th Marine, in action. During my tour, my team was fired upon, rocketed, and mortared routinely as we conducted our mission, working outside the wire 6 days a week. Following one insurgent attack, we were engaged by the insurgents, and I had to personally attend to the wounds and medevac 3 Marines from my team to a nearby aid station. Eric Smith saw our need since we operated in his area of 1st Battalion, 5th Marines, and he assigned one of his weapon platoons to embed with my team and I to provide security throughout my tour at the Ramadi Government Center. The insurgency raged on, and we tragically lost 2 additional Marines killed in action and several wounded in action from the team that Eric Smith assigned to me. I had a chance to see this gentleman's leadership firsthand. My Marines and I were moved by his support and encouragement, and we talked about him. He was always visible and present during the roughest times when he didn't really have to be, checking in on the welfare of his Marines, including me. At one point, he confided in me his concern about our Marines losing their humanity given the viciousness of the insurgency. I knew he was a humanitarian at heart. His motto has always been about taking care of our Marines, one Marine at a time. Eric has been an avid supporter of the Red Cross throughout his career. Even now, he continues to actively support the Red Cross and support Marines globally. As recently as last month, he arranged a meeting for my Red Cross team and me to meet with the Commanding General of Marine Training in Quantico to ensure all Marines globally are aware and have access to the Red Cross services through service of the armed forces. General Smith, sir, it is my great honor to thank you for your enduring service and to present you with this year's Exceptional Service Award. General Smith, please come to the stage.
So thank you. Thank you very much. I will be brief. So thanks to Michael, my battle buddy from Iraq. Thanks also to Stephanie and the entire team that put this event on and that does so much for us, those in uniform. Just a very quick couple of stories to tell you how what you do matters. And you do much more than this as a Red Cross. Every time you volunteer, every time you work an extra hour, you work a weekend, it matters to a 19-year-old, maybe a 25-year-old. It matters to someone who doesn't have any other options but to have some assistance from the Red Cross. For me, communications is the key. I've received 2 Red Cross messages in my 36 years in the Marine Corps. The first told me about the death of my father-in-law, Trish's dad, when I was about to go into combat. And the second one told me that I had a daughter had been born while in combat. You have no idea how much comfort all of us draw from the fact that we have a connection back home in the worst of situations. And that always comes from volunteers. It comes from people who are willing to give of themselves to others who are unable to provide that service for themselves. And it's so much more than that. It's the Red Cross right now, as Michael said, supporting operations in the Ukraine. It's the Red Cross that is out there for all of us when a hurricane hits Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Trish and I have a son who's a Marine Corps captain who just did a deployment to Japan, and from there he was in Kuwait and in Iraq. And even though I'm getting a little bit older and more senior in the Marine Corps, I still need the Red Cross if I need it to reach my own son. So I would just tell you that every time you do a little bit it's a lot. And I'm incredibly grateful to be recognized on behalf of all of the military who you support. And so I will accept this award graciously and humbly on behalf of them, because if they were here, the more than 2 million service members, they would give you a very rousing round of applause for all those of you who support in one way, shape, or form the Red Cross, because it really does matter to us, because there are just days when we don't have any place else to go except to depend on you. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good evening, everyone. Okay. I'm Stephanie Dunn Ashley, the proud CEO of the American Red Cross Metro New York chapter. I am thrilled. I'm thrilled to be here tonight with our board chair, Lisa Cooper, and to act on behalf of all of us here in the Metro New York North chapter. Joining me tonight with all of you and our incredible honorees are so many talented and wonderful people who've put everything together. So thank you again. Money raised in our chapter helps local families, whether it's a home fire or flood, helps families around the nation experiencing tornadoes, wildfires, and hurricanes, and helps our military families, as General Smith just said, from the day they start their noble careers. It brings me great joy to represent all of you and all that is great in the Metro New York North chapter and the American Red Cross. I carry out our mission each day, and I thank you for making me able to do so. I'm going to let Lisa introduce our next honoree.
It is truly a special night as we present the Red Cross Humanitarian Award to a woman many of you know as a dear friend and love, Pam Farr. Pam has been a Red Cross volunteer for over 25 years and served in a variety of leadership roles, both locally and nationally. Let's take a look at this short video to learn more about Pam and why she is such an inspiring Red Cross leader.
I became board chair July 1, 2001. I was basically catapulted into a leadership role when we were responding to 9/11. We had to move from our community support role as the Red Cross to significant disaster relief. It was a life-altering experience for all of us who were involved at that moment in time. It became apparent the building that we were in was too small for what we needed. We set upon looking for space that would accommodate the needs, particularly as we went into a mode where we were coordinating more on a broader geographic area from a disaster perspective. We renovated the building, raised the money for it, and then moved in around 2003. The building has been here for 20 years. The idea of setting up permanent blood collection sites, the fact that there was space in this building that would allow us to continue to do the things we do in the community, plus have that capability, I thought actually spot on, and the reason that I agreed to help raise the money to do it. The National Chair of Volunteers The role is one where you are the volunteer partner with the CEO, and you're part of her management team, and your job is to represent the volunteers, kind of be the voice for the volunteers. And at that moment in time, there were well over 500,000 volunteers in the American Red Cross. I actually spent a lot of time with Gail and her team all over the country talking to leadership volunteers throughout the Red Cross. Being in that position made me appreciate at a much, much deeper level the work that the Red Cross does in disaster response. When I was growing up, it wasn't typical for mothers to work. She always found time to give back, even though she was working full-time and had a family. I think that role model, if you can help others with the skills you have, you just do it because it's important and you're part of a community, you're not just yourself. I would hope that the things that I've chosen to do in my life will influence the kids, the grandchildren, to think about what they might like to do for the world, not just for themselves.
Pam, on behalf of all we serve, we thank you for your 25 years of service to the American Red Cross, for your leadership and guidance and absolute overall wonderful spirit. I'm happy to present you with this year's Humanitarian Award. Let's take this little step this way. Hold your award up for Bob. Let me take this.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you, Stephanie and Lisa. I'm very touched and honored to be receiving this award, but actually what I'm most grateful for have been the opportunities I've been given to serve the American Red Cross and for the countless Red Cross volunteers I've worked with over the years. They all deserve an award. Although I'd like to say that my start in the Red Cross service was strategic in my decision making, but actually it was accidental. In 1996, a friend I'd met at a gym here in Greenwich mentioned that she was chairing the Red Cross Ball and asked if I would help. Of course I said yes, and as they say, the rest is history. That friend, Jean Marie Jameson, is with us this evening. Jean Marie, thank you very much for starting me on my Red Cross journey. As mentioned in the video, I was elected to the chair of the Greenwich Red Cross chapter in the summer of 2001, and I, like so many others, found myself in the middle of one of the largest Red Cross disaster responses in history. During that time, I learned more about the essential and diverse roles volunteers play at all levels of the Red Cross. In 2004, I was asked to help at the national level. Robert McDonald, a longtime resident of Greenwich, had just become Chief Financial Officer of the American Red Cross and asked me to come to Washington, D.C. as his volunteer partner, the National Chair of Finance. Robert is also with us this evening. Bob, I want to thank you for urging me to continue my Red Cross journey at the national level. A few years later, when Gail McGovern was appointed CEO, I was asked by Gail to step into the position of National Chair of Volunteers, the volunteer partner with the Chief Executive Officer. And I want to thank Gail for her trust. She didn't even know me, for her trust in letting me represent and support the over 500,000 Red Cross volunteers at that time. And that gets me to the most important thank yous. All the volunteers I've worked with over the years in Greenwich and the greater New York region. Many are here this evening. I mean, I'd be here all night if I named them all. But I would like to give a special shout out to Lisa Cooper, Jill Coyle, who I don't think is with us now, but very important in our chapter and in the greater New York region. Colleen Hempelman, Giovanna Miller and Ross Ogden, neither are here this evening, but longtime volunteers that I've worked with over the years. Suzanne Packer, who's with us this evening. Laura Jeffs. And Heather Wise. All of whom I've worked with very closely over the last 25 years. I'd also like to thank Connie Ann Harris and Lauren Walsh, co-chairs of tonight's wonderful festivities. And of course, the work volunteers do locally wouldn't be possible without our support and partnership of the Greater New York Region leadership team, including those who are here this evening, Mary Barnaby, Krista Coletti, and our very own Stephanie Dunn-Ashley. I'm almost done with the thank yous. And last, I'd like to thank my husband, Buford, my children and their spouses, and all those grandchildren you saw in the video, many of whom are here this evening, for putting up with my crazy schedule of volunteering over the years. And finally, I want to thank everyone in this room for being here tonight and supporting the American Red Cross. Thank you.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay. Thank you.
We love Pam. It is my pleasure to introduce our next honoree, the Greater New York Automobile Dealers Association. The Greater New York Automobile Dealers Association has special commitment to supporting the communities where their dealer members operate. They have been a tremendous partner of the American Red Cross, supporting us during the pandemic, in our work in Ukraine, and with blood drives and hands-only CPR activities at their New York International Auto Show. Please join me in welcoming President Mark Scheinberg to the stage to accept the association's award.
Bring him here.
I hope that wasn't me.
Like that? Because you just took
So I was really hoping that wasn't me that dropped something on the stage. Not a great way to start. Thank you so much. Thank you for all being here, and thank you, Lisa, for recognizing the Dealers Association for the work that it does on behalf of lots of charities, but especially our long-term relationship with the Red Cross. The tireless efforts of the American Red Cross in providing relief and support to those in need for over 140 years since founding is truly inspiring, and to be part of this evening is extremely humbling. I'd also like to thank and recognize Chief Executive Officer Mary Barnaby for inviting us to be part of this prestigious and important program, and for the years our two organizations have collaborated on several fundraising initiatives. I'm proud to represent franchise new car and truck dealers who've always been incredibly generous in their support of the work of the Red Cross, with their long history of contributing to the disaster release efforts during tragedies such as Hurricane Sandy and Katrina, the tragedy of 9/11 at the World Trade Center, and so many others. Just a few weeks ago, the New York International Auto Show, which is owned by the Greater New York Auto Dealers, we arranged for the Red Cross to set up a blood drive to address the critical blood shortage here in New York and around the surrounding area. When the war in Ukraine broke out over a year ago, the association's board of directors approved a $100,000 donation to support the Red Cross efforts in providing life-saving aid like food, shelter, water, medical care, and mental health support to millions of Ukrainians. I'd like to take a moment to recognize some of our board members who are here with me today who have green-lighted our work over the years with the Red Cross. Oliver Broadleib, our association chairman. Lou Giordano, our past chairman. And our incoming secretary, Greg Vale, who will be installed at our annual meeting in June. Please give him a round of applause. Whether overseas or across the U.S. or right here in our backyard, the Red Cross is the first to mobilize and provide critical support to those in need, and our network of franchise dealers is always ready to lend their support in any way they can. As head of the association for 35+ years, I have seen the many dramatic changes that have taken place in our industry. With all the advances in product technology and in retailing, dealers' involvements with the communities where they do business and live, and with important charity groups such as the Red Cross, have only grown. Just over the past 10 years, we have gone through a pandemic, economic challenges, closer to home, a computer chip shortage that drives our industry. Local new car dealers have found a way to increase their charity contributions by over 18%. Dealers are very active members in their community, supporting the Red Cross as well as dozens and dozens of local charities and causes. I take pride in working with great entrepreneurs who are also incredibly good corporate citizens, investing in people and making local community in this way. On a personal note, back in 2001, I was in Frankfurt, Germany on business when the news of the tragedy of the World Trade Center was reported. While I and my delegation were stuck overseas and could not return to New York till September 17th, I did reach out to the Red Cross back in New York to ask what we could do. They were already mobilized, but said we needed vehicles to help with the food services that they were setting up at Ground Zero. I was able to contact via cell service with dealers in the metro New York area. In addition to financial contributions that dealers made, they also came through with dozens of vans to be used to bring food services to the first responders. When I and my staff returned to New York, we asked to volunteer wherever it was needed. On arrival at Ground Zero, all I can see was first responders and a sea of Red Cross jackets. It was an amazing thing to witness. That the American Red Cross has recognized us here tonight is truly humbling, and I would like to thank you once again for this enormous honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. We are going to take a brief intermission stage to get the bidding started on our live auction.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, sir. Good evening, everyone. If you could please take your seats. The live auction is about to begin. Please take your seats. The live auction is about to begin. It's time to raise some money for the American Red Cross. All right, so before we start the live auction, ladies and gents, if I can ask you to take your seats at the bar. Wally, lead by example. Shh, shh, shh. Ladies and gents, you make your way to your seats. Sophie, where are you? Let's come on out here before we get going. Shh. We are going to draw the raffle. You want that bottle? Well, let's see if it's coming your way, sir. Ladies and gents, we're about to draw a $5,000 bottle of tequila. Does this come with business class return flights to Mexico City as well? I'm assuming. I'd have never heard of a bottle so expensive in my life. Are we ready? Are we ready? Hands up if you've got a raffle, if you've got some money in the raffle. All righty. And the winner is, shh, let's have some silence. This person is about to become very, very popular.
O'Meara.
Mr. O'Meara. Is there an O'Meara in the house? Yes? Where are they? Oh, right here. Congratulations. Give them a round of applause. Mr. O'Meara wins a $5,000 bottle of tequila. Okay. Shh. Let's have some hush. Guys, can we close the bars at the back, please? Can we close all the bars? We need everyone seated for this next part of the program because, close the bar during the live auction. Not for the rest of the night, sir, but for $25,000, you can keep it open now. How about that? Yeah, there we go. Time to get into the spirit of it. So, ladies and gents, let's kick things off, as we always do, with item number one. Item number one, if you are an outdoors person, this is for you. It's the Boulder Getaway. 1 full week away in the delectable and iconic Boulder Flatirons. If you like hiking, biking, tubing, and schmoozing. Shh. Ladies and gents, can I get some hush, please? Can I get some hush? Because it is very important you hear all the details of this. Can we get a few people clinking glasses? A few people clinking glasses. Those at the bar, please do sit down. Thank you very much indeed. This is your gorgeous 2-bedroom townhouse at the foot of the Boulder Hills. The master bedroom spills out onto a sun-drenched upper deck. The second bedroom has 2 queens. And down below, there's a natural salt hot tub, which by the sounds of it, makes you younger every time you get in. You can't put a price on that. Open living space, walnut dining bar, wood-burning fireplace, cozy as you like, plus 2 vouchers to any event at the Red Rocks Amphitheater. So, a few blackout dates I'll quickly go through. May 6th for a week, May 30th for a week, June 17th for a week, and November 14th for a week, which is not Thanksgiving. They are blackout dates. Anything else, you can take as you wish. Thank you very much to the donor who's in this room tonight. Shh. Let's have some hush as we get the bidding going on our first item tonight. As I look around the room, let's get a round of applause to get people's attention. Let's applaud. Who wants to raise some money for American Red Cross tonight? Do we? Let's do it right now. So, 4 to 6 people, a whole week in Boulder. Who'll start me off at just $5,000 for this week away? Just $5,000 for this week away. Right here, 845 at $5,000. Thank you very much. Do we see 5,500 in the room? We have 5,055. Do we see 6,000, madam? Will you go to 6,000? With you at 55. Do we see $6,000 in the room? 5,500 here. $6,000, madam. You take us to 6? Just another $500. Nothing more than a couple of theater tickets. Currently with you at 5,500. Let's go around the room. Do we have any other billies? Yes, we do. $6,000. 673 at 6,000. Back to you, madam. $7,000 for a week of heaven in the great outdoors. We have, go to 7,000, 7,000. Let's go to $8,000 over here. We have $7,000. Do we go to 8,000? 8,000? Holding back with you at 7,000 here. Do we see 7,500 in the room? 7,500 in the room with you at $7,000. All this money is going to the American Red Cross. Think about how good that is. You get to go away to Boulder and save lives all at once. With you at $7,000, looking for 7,500 in the room. Goodness me, madam, you are doing well here. Yes, we do. 7,500 on the same table. Madam, take us to $8,000. $8,000, here we go. Sir, take us to $9,000. Let's get this party started. We're at $8,000. Sir, take us to $9,000. Plus, you get the week in Boulder. $8,000. Looking for a new bidder at $9,000. New bidder at $9,000. $8,000. Sir, going to 9. Let's come over here. Sir, will you go to $9,000 for us? No, he's holding firm. With you at 8. Let's go once around the room. Going once. Going twice. Madam, hold up your bidder card, please. Hold up your bidder card. Sold to you at $8,000, number 845. Shh. Ladies and gents, if I could have your attention, I promise you there's some magnificent items up for auction here. There's plenty of time to talk about your summer holidays afterwards, but for now, let's raise some money for the American Red Cross. Diamonds are forever. Where's Olivia? Olivia, are you here? Olivia, can you come and pray? Let's give Olivia a hand wherever she is. The beautiful Olivia is going to come and model these diamonds. Double pear-shaped diamond drop earrings set in 18-karat white gold. Total weight of 1.66 carats and 0.42 carats. Clarity GVS2. Let's give Olivia another round of applause. I've lost all the men, I know, but all the women know what I'm talking about with the diamonds. Very generously donated by Shreve, Crump, and Lowe. Thank you very much indeed to those who donated. Shh. Now, this is a very expensive set of earrings. I'm going to start at a low number. Can we get more people getting involved in the live auction? Who'll start me at a record low price? They are worth more than double this at $10,000 for these earrings. Who'll start us at 10? Right away, 838 says yes at 10. Do we see $11,000 in the room? We have 10,000 here. Yes, 11,000 right away. Madam, would it take us to 12? With you at 11. Do we see $12,000 in the room? I'm telling you, they're worth a lot more than this. You're at a bargain at 11,000. Looking for $12,000 around the room. Currently, yes, they've gone to 12,000. Madam, against you. Let's give us some encouragement. Will you go to 13? We're at 12 here. Will you go to 13? Let's give her a round of applause. Come on. You know where this money's going. You would look beautiful in these diamond earrings. Currently at $12,000 here. We're looking for 13. She's pausing. Have a sip of wine. It always helps. Let me know. Speak to your other half. We have a $12,000 here. Looking for 13. Any new bidders at 13? Yes, new bidder. 734's at 13,000. Let's go back over here and see if we have 14,000. Do you have 14,000 this side of the room? Sir, you're in the lead on 13. Unlucky for some, lucky for you. 14,000 on this side of the room. Yes, he's gone to 14. Sir, 15. Straight away, go to 15. He's gone to 15. Why don't you go to 17 and do a preemptive strike? You're at 15. Will you go to 17 on this side of the room? We have $15,000 here. We're looking for 17. $17,000? I mean, anything you can do to help, Olivia. $15,000 right here. Let's have a look at 17,000 new bidder. Sir, will you take us to 20? Take us to 20. With you at 17 right here, new bidder. $20,000 for these beautiful earrings. If we got a new bid on this side, we're currently at 17 here. Do we have $18,000 in the room? Looking for $18,000 to take these earrings home tonight. Who wants to take these earrings home tonight for $18,000 and change lives? We're here at 17. Going once. We're at 17, looking for 18 to win. Going once. Going twice. Sir, what's your card number? Number 815 wins at $17,000. Congratulations. Oh. All right, we're just getting warmed up now, guys. We're just getting warmed up, aren't we? Have we finally got your attention? So, moving on to item number 3. I think there's some people in here who appreciate some good wines. Some incredible wines. Now, this is a trip of a lifetime, and let me explain exactly why. For 4 nights, for 4 people, you go to 5 private vineyards with the one and only Ollie Burlick. I'm going to get a word from Ollie in a second, who's a wine expert and has been for many, many decades. You also get 2 gorgeous rooms at the Lodge at Sonoma, currently nominated for the 2023 Reader's Choice at Condé Nast. You want to get in there before it wins. Spa, pool, first-class cuisine. This is a gorgeous price, plus the fact that Ollie The fact that Ollie goes with you and turns you into Paul Giamatti from Sideways is a treat. Ollie, tell them a little bit more about what they can expect.
So this is going to be a fantastic trip. We're going to be going to Harlan Estates, which is not open to the public. And if the bidding gets really good, we can make sure that we get you in front of the waiting list, which is about, I think, 5 to 8 years in order to get the wines at Harlan. So, and we have a fantastic trip. You're gonna when you finish with this, you're gonna be an industry insider. Enjoy.
Now you can't put a price on that, so this man is saying you are jumping to the head of a queue of wines that are currently waitlisted at 5 to 8 years. You're going to the front of that, plus you get Ollie telling you exactly how the inside of the industry works. 4 nights at this 5-star resort for 4 people. Who'll start me at $10,000 for this incredible experience that money can't buy? 10,000 right here, number 674. Thank you. Do we see 11 in the room? Looking for 11 in the room. Once in a lifetime. Yes, right here. 865s at 11. Madam, 12. 12,000. It's against you. Will you get a 13, madam? Really? Ollie Burlick, I cannot tell you what a magician this man is with wine. He will make you that money back twice. With you at 12,000, do we see 13? Yes, we have a new bidder. I can't see. Yes, new bidder, 673 at 13. Madam, 14? 14. Will you go to 15, sir? 15, a challenge, madam. He's at 15. If you get a 17, he'll get a 17. He'll go to 18, sir. We've got a bidding war on our hands. Let's get some applause going here. 17,000 here. Sir, if you go to 20, I'm not sure she'll go above. Will you go? She's at 17. Will you go to 18? Will you go to 18,000, sir? The wife is saying no. 17,000, we have a current winner here. Let's go on this side of the room. $18,000 on this side of the room. The wine expert, the front of the wine queue, currently at 17,000. It is going once. I'll give you one more moment to think. Going twice. I think the next bid could win it. Anyone new? Madam, it looks like it's going to. Can I see your number again? Going once, going twice. Sold to you, madam, for 17,674. Okie dokie, this is our final live auction item. And I'm pleased if I could get everyone's attention for this because it's a very intricate item and I have to explain it. So, if I may be so bold, please just give me a few minutes of your time. This is a 2-part trip. It's desert to mountain or mountain to desert. It's 8 nights. 3 nights at the multi-award-winning all-inclusive Tierra Atacama Hotel and Spa in Chile. That is worth the trip alone. Spas, pools, open bar all day, always a win. And you get to do all these excursions out into the desert. Then there's 1 night in the Ritz-Carlton in Santiago, the capital of Chile, before you go on to Ski Portillo, the #1 ski resort in South America for 4 nights for 2 people, a room with a lake view. There are certain blackout dates, which I have to be very specific about. It is valid for a year, but not between November and February for the Atacama piece of the trip. And Ski Portillo is in the ski season, which is June to October. Long story short, this has got to be used between about June and October this year. Incredible 8-day trip to explore the best that Chile has to offer. So, 8 nights, desert, mountain, Santiago to Chile, 5-star experience. Shh. Who'll start me at $10,000 for this incredible item? $10,000 for Chile. 8 nights, 2 people, 5-star experience. Sir, $10,000. This is an absolute scoop at $10,000. Well done for you. Do you see $11,000 in the room? Looking for $11,000 in the room. $10,000 right here. $11,000. Number 890 is 11. Sir, take us to 12. I promise you it's worth it. You can't make any bad decisions tonight. 734 goes to 12,000. Sir, take us to 13. You're getting all the encouragement from the table. Let's give this guy a round of applause. Will you get us to 13,000? Will you take us to 13,000? It is worth a lot more than that, sir. I promise you, you won't regret it. With you at 12 in the white jacket. Looking at 13. Hello, love. Have a sip of wine, I'll come back to you. Currently in the lead at $12,000, this gentleman here in the white jacket. Do we see 13,000 in the room for a trip of a lifetime to explore all that Chile has to offer? A second honeymoon, a first honeymoon, a treat you deserve. Going once. Here we go. Here we go. With it, amazing, this is going to go for 12,000. Going once. Going twice. Last chance on that table over there. Last chance. I tell you what, you'll get a huge round of applause if you go for 13. And by the way, he's going for 14. Don't worry about it. I can't promise that, by the way. Would you go to 13? Going once. Going twice. He's getting so much encouragement. Now I just feel a bit sorry for him. I'm going to hurry you now. Looking around the room. Going once. Going twice. Too late, sir. Sold to you for $13,000. Congratulations. What's your number again? 734. Takes it away. Ladies and gents, that concludes the live auction part of the evening. Thank you very much for your attention. I will be back soon with the paddle race. But for now, over to you, Stephanie, up on stage.
Good evening once again. I would love to have our elected officials up on stage, please. First Selectman Fred Camillo, Selectwoman Lauren Rabin, Select Person Janet Stone McGuigan, Senator Ryan Fazio, and Representative Stephen Meskers, along with Fire Chief Joe McHugh, Police Chief Jim Heavey, and Supervisor from Greenwich EMS Dennis Fogler. I want you all to pay attention for the next couple of minutes because this is an incredible story and it's going to take a lot to get through it. I would like to invite a good friend to the stage as well. Mike McCauley, can you join me on stage? You're in for a treat. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you to the incredible supporters of the American Red Cross, all of you who bid on the silent and live auction items. I'm so thrilled and honored to be here with you again tonight. Where's Mike? Come on over. I'm going to tell you a brief story about Mike. On the evening of March 6, 2022, Mike and his girlfriend and now fiancée Sarah were watching a movie in their home when they heard what sounded like an explosion in front of their home. Mike looked out the window, saw a car sliding upside down on its roof on the post road here in Greenwich. He ran outside, hopped a fence, approached the car, and forced the driver's door open so he could get a better view inside. He saw a young woman in very serious condition. Due to the severity of her injury, Mike knew he needed to act fast, and he secured his belt as a tourniquet around the woman's badly injured arm to stop her bleeding. He then draped a jacket over her to keep her warm and also tried to keep her calm. Soon the paramedics and first responders arrived, but without the quick and selfless response of Mike, those moments before they arrived would have been too long for her to wait. Mike's Red Cross training saved her life, and the paramedics were able to take her to the hospital for further treatment and recovery. That woman, Heather Rodriguez, has recovered and now lives in California. I spoke to her last week, and she is forever in debt to Mike and all of the first responders for treating her and for her further treatment and full recovery. Mike, I am so proud to present you with the American Red Cross Certificate of Merit. This is the highest award given to an individual or team of individuals who sustains or saves a life. and uses their skills trained from the American Red Cross.
Thank you.
This certificate bears the signatures of the President of the United States of America, as well as the Chairwoman of the American Red Cross National Board of Directors. Mike, all of us here on stage and everyone in the room, Heather and her entire family, thank you for your brevity that day. Your actions were truly remarkable. Your Red Cross training is to be applauded, and we are so grateful for you. Mike, I am honored to present you with the certificate. And thank you for saving a life. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Jamie, the floor is yours. You want to say anything?
No. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
So humble.
Thank you very much, and a huge congratulations to Mike. Ladies and gents, while I have your attention, I just need your attention for another 6 or 7 minutes as we go into the paddle raise and try and raise as much as we can for the American Red Cross. And let me tell you, if everyone gives as much as they can in the next 6 to 7 minutes, I promise you we will break records and save lives. So I'm asking everyone to be as generous as they possibly can be, and I'm going to start at the highest level. And if you can afford that level, just raise your paddle in the air and wait till I call out your number, all 3 numbers, before putting your paddle down again. And just have a listen to all of the programs that we're funding tonight. Shh. Ladies and gents, if I could just ask you to pause for a few minutes as we start at the $25,000 level. Thank you if you're trying to help me keep things quiet. This helps run more than 6 blood drives, each managed by the ultra-skilled staff, and of course, the very specialist equipment that goes with it. Life-saving stuff. It would be great to kick us off at $25,000 if there's someone here who would raise their paddle and receive a huge and rambunctious round of applause. Do we see anyone at 25,000? Yes? You got me all excited. I'm going to wait. I understand this is a lot of money. And if you hate paying tax, this helps. If you've just had a large tax bill and you're trying to lower it, I can guarantee you'll pay less tax than when you started this evening. Anyone at $25,000 to the American Red Cross before we move down? All right, let me move down to the $20,000 level. This is about building out more rooms at the Red Cross office. This is where volunteers plan their life-saving missions and their response procedures. Shh. $20,000. Would anyone like to raise their paddle at $20,000 and get it? Yes, we do. Yes, number 687. Thank you very much at $20,000. Let's give it up for someone who just donated $20,000 of their hard-earned money. Thank you, madam. Number 687 said yes at $20,000. Would anyone else like to join this lady at $20,000? If you can, before we move down one level. Well, let's give her a huge round of applause and say thank you for donating $20,000. Moving on down to $15,000. You may or may not know this, but just $1 supplies a measles injection, and this is something that the American Red Cross do. $15,000 changes the lives of 15,000 people who can't afford those kinds of vaccines. Would anyone like to change the lives of those 15,000 people right now by raising their paddle at $15,000? Do we have a $15,000 donation in the room before we move down a level? Have a think. I know. This gentleman's pointing at the ceiling, which is close. Gets very expensive if you start pointing at the ceiling. I'm just kidding. Have a think. I understand this is a lot of money. I'm going to pause here because I think we have got people who could afford it. All right, well, let's move down to $10,000. $10,000. could I say, General Smith was speaking earlier about the importance of comms between, that's right, the Red Cross and the military. At $10,000 number, I can't see the full number. 815 is at $10,000. Sir, it's bent. Your paddle is bent. Still bent. Still bent. 673 at $10,000. Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. They just donated $10,000 each to this cause. Would anyone else like to join these two gentlemen at the $10,000 club? It's elite. They're having drinks together afterwards. Sorry? Go up. Go up in value. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Go up in value. Tell me. Anything to raise more money. Sorry. Eric Hupp. Sorry, that was the name. I wasn't sure what you were saying. Okay, all right, thank you very much. Anyone else would like to donate at $10,000? Well, thank you. Let's give a round of applause for those two that donated at $10,000. $5,000. Smoke alarm systems in people's houses, safer homes. This is 200 homes better protected. Who would raise their paddle at $5,000 as I go around the room? 940 at $5,000. Thank you very much, sir. 940. 917 at $5,000. Thank you, sir. Very much indeed. 865 right here. Thank you very much. 810 at $5,000. 934. Thank you, madam, at $5,000. Number 734 at $5,000. Thank you very much, Lisa. 812, holding it together. How beautiful and wonderful. 812 is at $5,000. Let's get the applause going. Do we have anyone else at $5,000? This couple donated together. It was incredibly sweet. Can you and your partner donate $5,000 together by holding your bidding number up and donating $5,000 together? It's a lovely, sweet moment between the two. Anyone else at $5,000 before we move down? Okay, let's give a round of applause for everyone at $5,000 who just generously donated. $2,500 deploys 2 trained Red Cross members to support natural disasters. Of course, like the many we've had this year, like the tornadoes in the mid and southwest. 2.5 here. I can't quite see. Number 798 at 2,500. 842 at 2,500. 834. Thank you. 868 at 2.5. Number 919. Very palindromic at 2.5. Number 959. Thank you, madam. Do we have one? 639 at 2,500. 690, thank you, sir, at 2,500. 939, thank you, sir. 813 at 2,500. Thank you very much. Can we get the applause going for these people generously donating? That's right, we've only got a few minutes left. 952 at 2,500. Keep the applause going. I promise you it leads to dollars donated. 952 to 936 is at 2,500. Thank you. 842 at 2,500. Thank you very much, madam. 742, yes, sir, I see you. Hold it loud and proud. You should. 742 at 2,500. Don't worry. 675, thank you, sir, at 2,500. You should have a smile on your face. You've just saved some lives. Anyone else at 2,500 before we move down to our last level? 2,500. Let's move down to $1,000. $1,000. 50 people get to be housed in Red Cross shelters. Here we go. Round the room. 894 at 1,000. 973 at 1,000. 811 at 1,000. Thank you. 941 at 1,000. 549 at 1,000. 950 at 1,000. Thank you. Sir, I can't see your bit. 918. Thank you, sir, for standing up. 643 at 1,000. 950 at 1,000. 942 at $1,000. Thank you so much. 857. Thank you, sir. 850 at 1,000. 896, thank you, sir, at $1,000. Let's keep the applause going. 825 at 1,000. Madam, you should be smiling. Come back to this table. They were such fun. 826 and 825. 2 peas in a pod at $1,000. 853, thank you, sir, at 1,000. 744, thank you, madam, at 1,000. Here we go. Quick fingers. 980, 793, 866, 911, Not an emergency. 771. Thank you very much, sir, for 1,000. 918 at 1,000. 972. Thank you, sir. I've seen you, and we appreciate your donation. At $1,000. 684. Thank you, sir, at the back. At $1,000. Let me look around the room. $1,000. We see any more donations? It feels good to donate. 647. There you go, madam. Straight to heaven for $1,000. 693 at $1,000. Thank you very much, sir. Wonderful. Any more? Yes, we do. Yes, number 830 at $1,000. Thank you so much, madam. 830 is at $1,000. 795. Don't leave it so late, but we love it. 795 at $1,000. Thank you very much at the edge. Anyone at the back? 736 and 640. Let's give it up. There's still donations coming in. Thank you and thank you again. How about this side of the room? Anyone down this side of the room at $1,000? Well, the one thing to say to everyone is you'll be getting a text message if you would like to donate any amount or see one of the staff. One more time at $1,000. Any more donations? Well, ladies and gents, give yourself a round of applause, being very generous, raising thousands of dollars for the American Red Cross tonight. Thank you very much indeed for having your patience with me. And I'll hand it right back to the band or the other speakers. Thank you, and give yourselves a round of applause for raising money for the American Red Cross. Thank you.